of it, mate. Ugh. I deserve to die for that. I'm not gonna go push him aggressively like that.
Attack the sea point. Enemy forces have captured that zone. Attack the V point. Attention to the designated cruise zone.
Guys, I get that this thing is a glass cannon, but do you really have to die so many times in this thing? Hey guys, it's Jim here, and welcome back to War Thunder. And today, we are checking out Germany's entry to the Battle Rating 3.3. This is the Panzer IV F2, also known as the glass cannon. Why is it called a glass cannon? Well, let me break it down to you and you'll see why. First things first, armor. So, why is this thing a glass cannon is mainly due to the fact that you don't have the best kind of armor ever. 50mm right here with no slope whatsoever. You are basically bringing a 2.0 armor to battle rating 3.3. So anything can pretty much go right through you. Be it they shoot here or they shoot your turret. With a bit of explosive mess, they can just one-shot you regardless of which side. Now, they did add on armor, so there's additional 20mm right here, but 70mm is not really a lot to protect you from pretty much whatever it is you face on 3.3. A lot of guns can actually punch through more than 70mm. Maybe this is mainly for the lower tier vehicles and corrupted to face you, but that's about it though. And of course, after a while of, pressuring Gaijin to do this, they added 25mm of, driver viewport right here, right on top of another 50mm, so that's double layer 75mm right here. And don't need to worry too much about anyone shooting this because, they risk double layer shot right here. And of course the ball is, a little bit trolly at times. So first instinct, they won't shoot this at all. But unfortunately, they can just shoot anywhere else. Even here is a good spot. Or they can just shoot right here. Or they shoot your turret. And not to mention, your side armor is nothing much to look at either. So angling is not a good idea. So there you go. This is why this thing is pretty much a glass cannon. Poor armor, but excellent firepower. And speaking of excellent firepower, this is the 75mm KWK-40 L43 cannon. And from what I understand, this thing was based off the Pak 40 cannon. Rather, designed it from the Pak 40 cannon just to fit a Panzer IV turret. And I could have sworn this thing used to be a KWK-39. And now it has the same gun as the Panzer IV G. So of course, the minute you get this tank, this is what you'll be firing. Armor piercing cap ballistic cap shell. 137mm of penetration, 17 grams of explosive mass, which is not a lot. But most tanks you'll be facing, they don't have a very big crew space, so it doesn't really matter. But at least you have ballistic cap shell, so tank penetration is really good. And yeah, allied tanks can't really pen T-34s unless they are up close and personal. At least the Panzer IV F2, a little bit further away, medium range, like 500 or so, should be able to go through it no problem. Unless, of course, angled. To which my question is, why didn't you just shoot the sides? And if I'm very honest, this is the one and only shell you will need. Because you see, 127mm, this pretty much makes the gun one of the best, if not the best gun you can have at battle rating 3.3. You can pretty much one-shot anything you look at, or at least penetrate and do a lot of damage. So if that's the case, I really don't see the point of having APCR. I mean, you can run a few just in case if you like. But if I'll be honest, at 3.3, your biggest threat in terms of armor that you face is the Churchill and the KV tanks. But here's the thing though, if they angle, APCR is not getting through that anytime soon either. you pretty much have to go to the sides or make it face, full front towards you, which I need to ask, why didn't you just use this shell? So yeah. And then the heat shell, kind of pointless actually. The lack of effective range this thing has. The high explosive shell is better, and pretty much the only reason why people carry this in the past is because of, home brake mechanic when they come across an open top vehicle or one of those really annoying Soviet milk trucks. But now overpressure is a thing, they can just load this. Regular high explosive, not a lot of penetration, but you're using this for those open top vehicles or, basically no armor vehicles. So yeah. And of course, smoke shell, carry a few if you like. It does actually work every now and then. So other characteristics of the gun, you carry up to 87 rounds, which I don't really recommend because, as you can see, this is an accident waiting to happen. So at most maybe carry 30-35 shells max. How many different types of shell you want to carry, it's up to you. Reloading rate, 6.3 seconds. That's actually not too bad. There are guns that can fire faster than this, but since you one-shot anything anyway, I don't really find this an issue. Negative 10 gun depression, that's not bad. And of course, you don't have a gun stabilizer, so that's something to be careful of when you're moving. Alright, enough about the tank, let's get into battle and just annihilate everyone we look at. Today, buddy. I was expecting to push the corner so quickly. Come off it, mate. Ugh. I deserve to die for that. I'm gonna go push him aggressively like that.
Attack the C point! Enemy forces have captured a zone. Attack the B point! Attention to the designated grid zone! Enemy forces have captured a zone. Let's keep the pressure on. Victory is close.
Oh dear.
Attention to the designated grid square.
Game, come on.
Allied forces have captured a zone.
You want to do this to me right now?
Attention to the map. We're controlling most of the zones.
Hello. That's our mission in Gosport is unoccupied. Oh dear. Oh yeah, I'm not picking that. That's 3 seconds reload.
Attention to the designated grid zone. A little more effort and victory will be ours.
Broadside, buddy, broadside. Oh yeah, I see you.
A little more effort and victory will be ours. Thanks!
Fine.
Artillerie feuerbereit. Attention to the designated grid zone! I agree! Reloading! Ziel zerstört! Volltreffer, nächstes Ziel! Defend the B point. We're controlling most of the zones.
Got you, buddy.
Excellent! Cover me!
I was wondering when you show up.
Attention to
On
the
spot.
map!
Ziel zerstört.
Yeah, beastie hot as hell. Oh dear me.
Feind zerstört.
Somebody, cover me!
Just seen that coming.
Attack the B point. Enemy forces have captured a zone. The enemy is winning. We must counterattack.
Hey!
Well done! We're winning.
Man, it's cold. We're raining the whole day. For like 24 hours. My hands are so numb. Oh, I am not going to survive that. Unless I do this. Aha! Or reload.
Attack the enemy.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, who's on the other side of this building, but I don't really like to peek. Is there anything that? Really?
Attention to the map.
Hello.
Another zone captured. We have the advantage.
Alright, right.
Enemy forces have captured a
Info,
zone.
info, shaman. Much wider. Much wider slope.
We're winning.
God damn it, where are my shells going? Oh, this is a E4, E2. There we go. And this is a much more disgusting shot. coming in.
Most of the zones are under control.
Where you at, buddy? I see you.
Enemy forces have captured a zone. Attention to the map!
You suck.